Welcome to That's Based. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday and March Madness tip-off day. I'm your host, as always, Caleb Salvatore, reporting from somewhere underground. We're laughing our way through the end of days, brought to you by Outlaw Streamers and our friends over at Blood of Tyrants Wines. DrinkBloodOfTyrants.com with the promo code BASED, B-A-S-E-D, like the title of the show, will save you 10% off your order at the checkout. Two types of wine, both red and white, along with the Liquid Freedom Energy drink. The promo code BASED, B-A-S-E-D, like the title of the show, will save you 10% off your order at the checkout on all three of those fantastic products. Well, this is a special show. I don't know if we've ever had a Thursday episode, unless that is a Wednesday episode got fucked up. But this is a special show because it's the March Madness tip-off. And I always have Mia fill a bracket out for me every year just to see how she does compared to my superior basketball intellect. And usually she beats me. In fact, one year she entered a pool. And how much money did you win?
Over $100.
Oh, it was like $700.
Me?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, no, that was my brother. You won like 300 and some because you got second place, didn't you? Yeah, you didn't win the whole thing. But that same year, like 9 months later, she wins the football bowl thing that we do. I mean, she won she won way more money gambling than I did, which pissed me off in 2022. I was at a loss, for those of you who are wondering, when you counted fantasy football that year and everything. But so we were filling these out at the dining room table, and I was like, you know what? We got through like one pick, and I'm like, let's do this on the show. This would be entertaining. So she's all about it. She's ready. There will be no, everything's going to be on the record. So she can't claim that in hindsight, I talked her out of, because that's what she does every year. She tries to make some crazy pick. And then of course it happens, but I'm like, you can't pick the 15 seed, and the 15 seed hits. So and then she blames me. So we're going to have this on the record. I'm not going to correct her on anything. No, we're not doing politics today. We'll do that Saturday. I'm not going to correct her on anything. She's just going to roll with it. Whatever happens, happens. So what do you have to say before we get into this?
I just noticed the thing, Mia Madness.
Mia Madness 2025. That's what we're calling the show here, this episode here. So if you guys don't want to have a little fun, and you got to be serious and talk super to politics and social commentary all the time, we'll see you Saturday. Get out of here. We're having a little bit of fun. There's a bunch of bullshit going on. I've been ranting and raving all week long. I just want to have a little bit of fun here on the show. And you know what? The great part is we can do that because it's my fucking show. And nobody gets to tell me one way or the other. Okay, so let's go to the first game here.
You guys will get to hear my reasoning.
She is she's our sports core. She may get her own segment, just a sports segment here. And that's the great thing about, like, I know all these comics that have like 6 or 7 podcasts. I don't know how the hell they have time for that. Of course, like 15 people listen to all 7 of them combined. But the great thing about the like creative freedom that I have here is this is my show. Yeah, it's a political show, but if I want to talk about sports, we'll talk about sports. I'll just have a one-off show about it because nobody tells me what to do. Don't break the law and don't defame anybody. That's basically it. Sometimes we might walk a fine line on the breaking the law thing, but we're usually good. Okay, do you have any opening comments before we dive into this?
No, let's just get right to it.
Let's do it. Okay, so the first matchup, Auburn versus the 1 seed versus Alabama State, the 16 seed.
So this is the one that we actually did.
Yes, it's Alabama versus Alabama.
Yeah, so I chose Alabama State because the name is more straight to the point, because I didn't know where Auburn, that's what
Auburn, yeah.
Auburn, I didn't know where they were. But Alabama State, they just get straight to the point of where they are. You don't have to guess.
Perfect. Okay, next game. This is her alma mater, so she's going to be a little biased here. 8 seed Louisville versus 9 seed Creighton.
But I don't really think they'll make it that far. So
no, and plus they're missing their best player, and yeah, it's both of our alma maters made it this year. Both of our alma maters made it to the NCAA tournament. Her alma mater at Creighton, and my alma mater that I switched my major at 3 times before I dropped out at Omaha. So, do you think that the Metropolitan Community College team will make it next year so I can get both my alma maters in?
For sure.
Yeah? Okay. Next one, Michigan versus San Diego. 5 Michigan versus 12 seed San Diego.
San Diego.
San Diego? Do you have any reasoning, or is you just like California?
I just like California.
Okay.
It's warm there.
Especially in SD. 4 seed Texas A&M versus 13 seed Yale.
Texas A&M, because Yale, they're just so focused on studies. Texas A&M, I'm sure they like to party.
That's true. And, you know, Yale, like, there's a lot of Asians at Yale. So I can't imagine it's a great basketball talent pool. You know what I mean? Those Ivy League teams will shock you, though. All right, 6 seed Ole Miss versus 11 seed North Carolina.
Oh, North Carolina,
North Carolina?
because of One Tree Hill.
Well, stay tuned. 3 seed Iowa State versus 14 seed Lipscomb. Lipscomb is a small private Christian school.
I'll go for Iowa State.
Iowa State? Okay. Number 7 seed Marquette versus number 10 seed the Pride of Dennis, New Mexico.
New Mexico.
All right. This is the last one for this regional here. Number 2, Michigan State versus number 15 seed Bryant.
Michigan State.
Yeah, that's a good pick there. That's a safe one. Okay.
I just feel like they're more popular.
All right, that was her first round of the South region. You guys better be writing this down and like gambling your mortgage payments on these. No, don't do that. Please, to God, don't do that. This is not gambling advice. We are having fun here on this show. You shouldn't listen to anything we say. Just like with legal stuff and financial, none of it's advice. Consult people that know what the hell they're talking about.
Listen to me, though.
Yeah. Okay, next, East region. Duke, number 1 seed versus 16 seed Mount St. Mary's.
Oh, Duke.
Duke?
Yeah,
Okay.
because that's where Nathan Scott was going to go to school.
God, okay. Number 8 seed Mississippi State versus number 9 seed Baylor.
MISSISSIPPI.
Do you have a reason behind that?
Because I can spell the name.
You can spell the name. All right. Number 5, Oregon versus number 12, Liberty. I'm wearing a Liberty sweatshirt right now.
Well, fine. I guess I'll go for Liberty.
Okay. That's a popular upset this year. Number 4, Arizona, and number 13, Akron.
Arizona,
Arizona, because that's where your parents live.
because that's where my parents live.
All right, this is going to be a spicy one. Number 6, BYU versus number 11, Virginia Commonwealth.
I'll go for the Mormons.
You're taking the Mormons?
Taking the Mormons.
Did the magic underwear give them an advantage or a disadvantage?
Oh, it definitely does.
Advantage?
It gives them the magic of Joseph Smith.
Extra padding, too. Yeah. Plus, they got a little bit more of an edge since they all got blue balls. They've never been laid, you know? Okay, number 3, Wisconsin versus 14 seed Montana.
Wisconsin, because they're cheese people.
Cheese people. There we go. All right, number 7, St. Mary's, and number 10, Vanderbilt.
St. Mary's.
St. Mary's. When in doubt, she will pick the Catholics.
I didn't choose Marquette. I chose New Mexico.
That's true. Number 2, Alabama, or number 15, Robert Morris.
That's the name of a school.
Yeah, Robert. I don't know where it is. I'm not going to pretend to. Let me Google it real quick. Robert Morris. I wonder who. Let's see. Robert Morris. Robert Morris is an American televangelist. And he evidently has a university in Pennsylvania as well.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
I'll go for Robert Morris.
Wow, that's an upset. She's got a 16 seed and a 15 seed pulling off, and we're not even through the first round yet. All right, that's the East round. How are you feeling going in with these two so far?
Pretty confident.
Pretty confident?
The only one I'm nervous about is the Robert Morris.
Other than that, you think you picked 15 perfect games.
I did.
Okay. All right. Do you want to do West or Midwest?
We'll start with Midwest.
Midwest, okay. Houston.
Is that the name of the colleges?
No, it's the name of the regional.
Okay.
So the first round games, they'll all be in like Midwestern cities. Okay, I don't even know what this school is. Houston versus Southern Illinois University at Edwardsville.
Illinois at Edwardsville.
So you're going to go 2 16 seeds in the first round. It's only ever happened once in history, but it's going to happen twice this year.
Okay, fine. I'll change.
No, you already said it. I don't want to. What do you want to do? I don't want the blame. I'm commentating to the audience right now.
Okay, what's the other option?
Number 1 seed Houston, number 16 seed Southern Illinois University at Edwardsville.
I think I'll go with Houston. I'm not paying attention to the numbers.
I think that college is new. All right. Number 8, Gonzaga, or number 9, Georgia?
Where's Gonzaga at?
They're on the West Coast. I think it's Washington, I want to say.
What's the other one?
Georgia. G versus G.
I'll go for the Washington one because that's where Twilight is located.
Let me make sure that's where they're at, because I know I don't want to interrupt your stone cold logic here. Yes, they are in Washington, Spokane.
Okay,
so
cool.
we're going, okay. Number 5, Clemson, or number 12, McNeese. McNeese is in the South. Clemson's in South Carolina.
I'll go Clemson.
Clemson.
Aren't they tigers?
Yeah.
Very ferocious.
Yes. Number 4 seed Purdue, and number 13 seed High Point. High Point's also the name of a really shitty brand of firearms.
Where's High Point at?
That's a great question. I have no idea. I've never even
Some
heard
of my
it.
choices are based on where these
Well,
colleges.
Purdue's in Indiana. Let me see. Where's High Point University? Let's take a look here. North Carolina.
What are the numbers for them?
Purdue is number 4 seed. High Point is 13.
I'm sorry, One Tree Hill. I'm gonna go with Purdue.
Purdue. All right. Well, we'll have more on that later.
Wait, what?
We'll have more on One Tree Hill later, because you got more North Carolina teams. Okay, Illinois versus the winner of the game between Texas and Xavier, which hasn't been played yet. Illinois is 6 seed. The winner of that game will be 11.
Okay, well, how am I supposed to know?
Both of those teams, Texas and I'm not going to tell you who to pick, but Texas and Xavier have to play in a play-in game because both of them barely made it in, and they weren't good enough to get in on their own. They didn't have an impressive enough resume. Now, they may North Carolina was in the same boat. They may still be able to pull a win off. So it's up to you, whatever you think is going to happen.
Texas A&M, because that's our
Texas?
King of the Hill.
A&M, you already picked A&M. So this is...
Wait, so what am I going
So you're either going to pick Illinois or the winner of a play-in game between Texas and Xavier.
Illinois.
Okay, that makes it easier. All right. Number 3 seed Kentucky versus number 14 seed Troy, which is in Alabama.
All these Alabama ones.
Lots of Bama. It was a good year for the South. They're rising again.
You know, this name isn't straightforward either, so I'll go for Kentucky.
Yeah, you get straight out of the bullshit. You like to cut right to the chase, right? Number 7, UCLA versus number 10, Utah State. Couldn't get a bigger clash of cultures there. LA versus Utah.
I'll go for UCLA. Sorry, Mormons.
Number 2, Tennessee versus number 15, Wofford.
Where's Wofford?
I think it's in South. I think it's South Carolina. I'm not. Let me check. We're all learning like where all these random school. You know, I was sitting there with your dad and 2 of your uncles on Selection Sunday, and we were all Googling where these schools were. South Carolina. Wofford's in South Carolina versus Tennessee.
No, this one's hard because I want to go for Wofford because of their name,
Yeah.
but also Tennessee because we had a good vacation there,
Well, and
that's where Taylor Swift.
well, I don't know how you can argue with that logic.
Oh, okay. Let me do Edie Meaty Mighty Mo.
Decisions. This is her logic in play again. Well, what's great is I'm submitting this bracket under my name, so in the event
Wofford.
in the event that these crazy picks hit, I will be rich. Not rich, but I'll get a nice little
Okay,
payday.
no, go for Tennessee.
Okay. Well, I was going to say you're going to abandon your straight to the point rule. That only applies sometimes. So Auburn and Troy it applies to, but not Wofford.
Okay, go for Tennessee.
All right, last regional for the first round, the West. We're going to have Florida versus Norfolk State. Florida's the 1, Norfolk State, which is in Virginia, is the 16.
Florida.
Florida, perfect. All right, number 8, Connecticut versus number 9, Oklahoma.
Connecticut, because they seem fancier.
There you go. Number 5, Memphis. Number 12, Colorado State.
I'll stick with my Tennessee. Go for Memphis.
All right. Number 4, Maryland. And number 13, Grand Canyon.
Where is
What is that noise?
Sorry, where is Grand Canyon?
Why don't you take a guess?
I don't know.
Where is the Grand Canyon?
South Dakota?
Where is the Grand Canyon?
South Dakota.
It's in the state your parents live in.
Oh, I've been there before.
Oh, my God.
I was thinking of the ones with the head.
You're thinking of Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, I've been to the Grand Canyon.
The ones with the heads. Not to be confused with the one with the torch out in New York.
We were talking about this earlier. People think I'm doing a bit, and I'm not.
No, it's not a bit. It's really not. And she's not having a stroke either. She'd be dead if she had had this many strokes.
Grand Canyon.
Number 6, Missouri, or number 11, Drake. Drake's in Iowa.
I'll go for Drake
Drake.
because of Drake.
Drake Bell. Number 3, Texas Tech, or number 14, University of North Carolina at Wilmington.
Wilmington.
Wilmington. They've got their own team. You just freaked the dog out. Yeah, they've got their own team in Wilmington. You're going to go Wilmington? All right. I feel like we're going to get them in Creighton in the Final Four. Number 7, Kansas, or number 10, Arkansas.
Isn't Kansas really good?
Normally they are. This has been a down year, and there's a lot of people that think if it weren't for the namesake and the coach, they wouldn't even be in the tournament this year, or they'd at least be a significantly lower seed than they are.
What's the number they are?
7, and Arkansas's 10.
Oh, well, knowing that, I'll go for Arkansas.
Okay. Last one for the first round. Number 2, St. John's versus number 15, Omaha.
I'm sorry, St. John's.
St. John's? Disrespectful. All right, we're on to round 2. Let's hop back up to the South region. Number 16, Alabama State versus number 9, Creighton.
Alabama's 16?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go for Creighton.
Creighton, okay. All right, San Diego or Texas A&M?
Texas A&M.
North Carolina or Iowa State?
What are their numbers?
North Carolina's 11, Iowa State's 3.
Iowa State. Sorry, Dan Scott.
I know. New Mexico's number 10 or Michigan State at number 2? Michigan
State.
Okay. Duke, number 1 or number 8, Mississippi State?
Duke.
They're good this year. Number 12, Liberty or number 4, Arizona?
Arizona. Peace out, Liberty.
Liberty's gone. BYU or Wisconsin?
What are their numbers?
BYU's a 6, Wisconsin's a 3.
I'll go for the cheese people.
All right. Number 7, St. Mary's, or number 15, Robert Morris?
St. Mary's.
Your Cinderella team, Robert Morris, doesn't make it past the second round. All right, on to the Midwest. Number 1, Houston, or number 8, Gonzaga?
Houston. Because I don't know where Gonzaga is. Like, again, Houston.
In Washington.
Straight to the point. Oh, that's right.
Number 5, Clemson, or 4, Purdue?
Clemson. Tigers.
6, Illinois, or 3, Kentucky?
Kentucky.
Kentucky? Okay.
I was
Seven.
gonna try and do a southern accent with that, but I couldn't.
No, Kentucky. They have a weird like they don't know if they're in the South or the North. They were on the North side in the Civil War, which is something a lot of people don't know.
Well, what about all the like the Confederate
A
stuff?
lot of trash. They're confused. They're confused. Number 7, UCLA. Number 2, Tennessee. So we've got Disneyland versus Pigeon Forge here.
Well, when you make it sound like that, but that's Dolly Parton's place.
Yeah, Pigeon Forge is Dolly Parton's town. That she's like the Pope. She gets her own city.
I'll go for Dollywood.
Dollywood, okay. All right, on to the West. The final picks of the second round here. Number 1, Florida. Number 8, Connecticut.
Florida.
Florida.
It's one hell of a drive.
Number 5, Memphis. 13, Grand Canyon.
In South Dakota.
Yeah,
I'll go for Memphis.
Memphis.
It was a
Walking
cool
in
place.
Memphis. Number 11, Drake. Number 14, UNC Wilmington. You got 2 upsets in the first round there. You got 2 Cinderella teams facing each other there.
I gotta go for Wilmington.
Wilmington making a run. Ooh. Number 10, Arkansas, or number 2, St. John's?
Oh, where's St. John's at?
Where are they? I know they're on the East Coast. I want to say New Jersey. It's either that or Pennsylvania. Let me see. They're a team that's got a lot of bandwagons. I used to like them when I was a kid because I played for this team called the Red Storm, and they were the St. John's Red Storm. So it was cool. They're in New York,
Against who?
Arkansas.
I want to say the one in New York, but they're in New York, so they probably don't have a lot of practice space.
Where do you think they play basketball?
They go to other places.
No,
Some wine too.
you have had some wine. That's true.
Okay, I'll go with New York. Wait,
St.
what are
John-
the numbers?
St. John's is number 2. Arkansas is number 10.
Oh yeah, I'll go with St. John's.
All right. We are on to your Sweet 16. Do you want me to read your Sweet 16 off so the people listening can take notes and gamble their life savings away accordingly?
Yeah.
So we've got Creighton, Texas A&M, Iowa State, Michigan State, Duke, Arizona, Wisconsin, St. Mary's, Houston, Clemson, Kentucky, Tennessee, Florida, Memphis, North Carolina, Wilmington, and St. John's. That's your Sweet 16.
How does that sound?
No comment. All right, we'll go into the South. The winner punches their ticket to the Elite Eight. All right, Creighton versus Texas A&M.
Texas A&M.
Ooh,
Sorry, Blue Jays.
picks our alma mater to go down. Iowa State versus Michigan State.
Oh, they're both straight to the point.
I know, and they're both state.
What's in Michigan?
Crime.
I'll go for Iowa.
Iowa State? Okay. Duke and Arizona.
What are the numbers?
Duke is 1, Arizona is 4.
Oh,
It's getting close. These numbers are getting tighter and tighter together here.
should I go for my family or for Nathan Scott?
Whatever you want to. I can't influence you, remember?
You know, I'll go for the great Nathan Scott. He was in the NBA.
He was in a TV show that aired on the CW. All right, Wisconsin and St. Mary's. 3 Wisconsin, 7 St. Mary's.
I'll go for the Cheeseheads again.
Wisconsin advances to the Elite Eight. Houston and Clemson. Number 1, Houston. Number 5, Clemson.
Houston.
Houston. All right, 3 Kentucky or 2 Tennessee? Straight to the point once again.
Go for Tennessee. That's Taylor Swift's state.
All right. 1 Florida or 5 Memphis?
Florida.
And then St. John's or UNC Wilmington?
What are their numbers?
2 and 14. You've already got Wilmington on a generational run right now.
Oh, gosh. Wait, what were they against? St. John's?
St. John's. Now, if they win this, you're probably going to be the only one in the country that has them in the Elite Eight.
Okay, I'll go for St. John's.
St.
Sorry,
John's.
Montreal.
All right, so you're Elite Eight. Texas A&M, Iowa State, St. John's, Florida, Houston, Tennessee, Duke, Wisconsin. Let's go over to the South. Texas A&M versus Iowa State for a trip to the Final Four.
Texas A&M.
Hank Hill moves. Oh, he's a Texas fan. Florida and St. John's.
What are their numbers?
1 and 2.
Oh. Oh.
I know.
Florida.
Florida. Houston and Tennessee.
Again, both straight to the point.
I know.
Although
Houston is the city.
Houston is okay. I was gonna say Houston's a little more specific than Tennessee because that school could be anywhere in Tennessee, but Houston's more specific because we know where it is.
Do we?
It's in South Dakota.
Yeah, it's right next to the faces. Yeah.
I'll go Houston.
Houston. All right, and then the final one, Duke and Wisconsin. Duke number 1, Wisconsin number 3.
Ooh, that's close. That's a close one.
I know.
What are their mascots? Oh, Duke is a bulldog. Go for
No,
Duke.
Duke is the Blue Devils. Wisconsin are the Badgers. It's the first time you've used your Jeopardy line here where you've asked what the mascots were.
Oh, wait, what is the other one? Badgers?
Yeah.
And Duke is 1 and the other one is 2?
3.
3. This is a hard one. I'll go for the Badgers because the Devils is Satan.
All right, you'll go for the Badgers. All right, so we got the Final Four: Houston, Wisconsin, Florida, and Texas A&M. All right, Texas A&M versus Florida.
What are their numbers?
A&M's 4, Florida's 1, but you're in the Final Four. That's out the window at this point.
Oh. Florida.
Florida, Houston, and Wisconsin.
Houston. Because they're specific.
All right, championship, Florida or Houston. They're both 1 seeds.
Oh. Florida.
And how many total points do you think are going to be scored?
267.
Oh my God, that would be the highest. Nope, we're submitting it.
No,
The highest scoring championship game in college basketball history.
The final game.
Yeah.
I thought it was total. No,
All right, so we're gonna since
Take that back.
since that's too late, it's submitted. Since that didn't take too long, we're going to do one more, but this time we're going to do based on whose mascot would beat the other mascot up. Okay.
Okay.
So let's do. We're going to debate.
Let's change the number.
We're going to work together on this one. No, it's too late. Okay, so back to the say. You guys can. I don't give a fuck. This is my show. If you don't like this, tune out. We're just having fun here. A little lighthearted fun. All right, last one. Okay, let's do it. The Auburn Tigers versus the Alabama State Stingers. It's a B. So a tiger versus a bee.
I say a B.
The tiger. Are you what?
No, because the bee can sneak up without them even seeing.
What would you rather fight? What would you rather have attack you? You're walking down the street. What would you rather get jumped by, a tiger or a bee?
It depends, though. Am I allergic to bees?
Ooh.
See?
No.
That would literally kill you.
The average person. A tiger would also literally kill you. So if the bee gets you, you get an anaphylaxis or you get an EpiPen and you're good. But if the tiger gets a hold of you, it mauls you to death and it just rips you to pieces.
Find the tiger.
This next one's tough. Louisville, the Cardinals versus the Creighton Blue Jays.
Oh!
How do we
Go for a Blue Jay any day.
I'm going to Google some statistics here.
Although my grade school, their mascot was the Cardinals. So, I mean, I'm a lose-lose either
Yeah,
one.
you don't know what to do here.
Just throw in a butterfly and then you've got all of my mascots.
Yeah.
Mascots.
So I have actually heard Blue Jays can be pretty mean.
So
we'll go with the Blue Jays.
Go for the Jays.
All right. So we've got the Michigan Wolverines versus the UC San Diego. Let me see what their mascot is. They are the Tritons.
I'm going to go for the Wolverines.
So their logo is like the god of Atlantis. So we got a Greek god versus a Wolverine.
I'm going to go for the Wolverine.
Wolverines are nasty. Those are tough. Yeah. So next we've got the Texas A&M Aggies versus the Yale Bulldogs.
What is an Aggie?
Nobody really knows.
So I'm going to go for Bulldogs.
Bulldogs, I agree. The Ole Miss Rebels versus the North Carolina Tar Heels. The Tar Heels, their mascot is a ram.
I'll go for the Rebels because Rebels could kick the Rams.
You got guns, yeah.
Rebels.
So we've got the Iowa State Cyclones versus the Lipscomb. I don't know. Give me a second. Bison.
Bad when you have to look up.
The Bison. So we've got a tornado versus a buffalo.
Tornado, because that will kick the Buffalo's ass.
Agree. The Marquette Golden Eagles versus the New Mexico Lobos. And the Lobo is like a southwestern wolf, a smaller wolf.
Eagles.
Eagles?
Eagles can be vicious.
That's true. Ooh, this one's going to be tough. We got the Michigan State Spartans, which is one of the... Oh, no, it's not. Never mind. I thought they were a bear. Michigan State Spartans versus Bryant. Their mascot's a bulldog. Spartans win. I'm sorry. The Spartans are the baddest killing machines of all of history. We have got...
I gotta say.
Do you have a different opinion?
No.
No? All right. Well, on to the next one here. Duke Blue Devils versus the Mount St. Mary's... I don't know what Mountaineers. So Mountaineers are like guys that live out in the mountains and hunt their own food. And
I'm gonna go for the Blue Devils.
the Blue Devil. It is pretty tough to beat the Devil. The Mississippi State Bulldogs or the Baylor Bears.
Bulldogs.
What? Over Bears?
Because they're just so cute.
It's not about who's cuter. It's about who wins. Which mascot wins in a fight.
Yeah, but no. Hear me out. Because they're so cute, the Bears would just walk away and they'd be like, okay.
I don't think that's how that works. I think we're going to go with the Bears on this one.
I disagree.
The Oregon Ducks or the Liberty Flames?
Ducks.
Over Flames?
Because, no, here's the thing.
All right.
No, listen to me.
Let's hear it out.
You put the flames in the water with the ducks.
Oh, I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
The Ducks win.
Yeah.
They take it to their home field and they sneak attack them. Okay.
Uh-huh.
The Arizona Wildcats or the Akron Zips. Now, the Zips, their logo is a kangaroo.
Oh, kangaroos will kick your ass.
There's some bad motherfuckers. Yeah. So go Kangaroos. The BYU Cougars or the VCU Virginia Commonwealth University Rams.
Ooh, a ram? I think they're both vicious, aren't they?
Yeah.
Rams can kick you with their horns.
They can headbutt you with them. Yeah.
So I'll go for Rams.
Okay.
I don't know what you think.
I think that's a tough one. I think I'm gonna go with yeah, I think that's a good one. Yeah.
Rams. That was a hard one.
The Wisconsin Badgers or the Montana Grizzlies. Two
Badgers.
bad animals, though. Nasty animals.
I'm gonna go for Badgers because Badgers can build a dam and hide from.
That would be a
Grizzlies.
beaver.
No, it's not.
That would be a beaver that builds a dam. So we're going to go with the Grizzlies on this one. You good over there? How much wine have you had
I
tonight?
had half a glass of wine.
It's empty. What do you mean half? How do you have half a glass if it was full earlier and now it's empty?
No, because it was half earlier. So now it's gone.
Okay. So we've got the St. Mary's Gales, which is like a Celtic warrior from early medieval times, or the Vanderbilt Commodores, which is like a high-ranking officer in the Confederacy's military.
I'll go for the first. What was that?
The Gales? I agree.
Like
Those
a
are just like
Nordic-
William Wallace bad motherfuckers there.
Okay.
So we've got the Alabama Crimson Tide, whose logo is an elephant or mascot, and then the Robert Morris Colonials. So like think Revolutionary War fighters.
Elephant.
Elephant.
They'd knock him out.
Okay.
Cold.
Knock them out cold. The Florida Gators and the Norfolk State Spartans.
Well, okay, I'm gonna go with Gators because Gators could sneak up on you. They can sneak attack.
They got some pretty big Gators, too. All right, we'll go Gators. Connecticut Huskies versus the Oklahoma Sooners.
Huskies.
Memphis Tigers, Colorado State Rams.
Oh, that's another hard one. Maybe Rams.
The Rams over the Tigers? No.
Yeah. Okay, let's do Tigers. I didn't really know. Do Tigers.
Maryland. Oh, this is a brawl right here. The Maryland Terrapins, whose logo is a turtle, or Grand Canyon, whose mascot is an antelope.
Turtle.
Turtle versus antelope. Okay. Missouri Tigers versus the Drake. What are they? What's their mascot? Bulldogs. Do not pick Bulldogs over Tigers.
Okay.
A tiger would destroy a bulldog. Texas Tech Red Raiders, their mascot is a cowboy, versus the UNC Wilmington. What is their mascot? Hawks.
Cowboy, because Cowboy can just shoot the hawk.
They just
out
shoot
of
the hawk,
sky.
right? Yeah. The
I
Kansas
don't wanna be anything.
The Kansas Jayhawks or the Arkansas Razorbacks. The Razorbacks logo is a warthog.
A warthog?
Yeah, like a big nasty warthog.
Yeah, from Lion King.
Yeah.
Wait, what was the first one?
The Jayhawks.
A warthog.
Warthog. The St. John's Red Storm or the Omaha Mavericks, whose logo's a bull.
Oh, the UNO.
UNO. Okay. The Tennessee Volunteers, so old school Civil War Southern fighters, or the Wofford Terriers.
Like dog terrier?
Yeah, not even like the least intimidating breed of. They might as well have been the Wofford Chihuahuas.
Oh, yeah. The
Tennessee.
pioneers or volunteers.
Yeah.
Volunteers.
The Utah State Aggies or the UCLA Bruins, who the Bruins, their mascot is a grizzly bear.
What is the Aggies?
Yeah, nobody really knows.
Okay, we'll go for the Grizzly.
UCLA. Kentucky Wildcats versus Troy Trojans. Trojans are like knights from Greek mythology.
Trojans.
And condoms. Trojans. Illinois Fighting Illini versus the winner. Right now, Texas Longhorns are in the lead. So the Illini are an Indian tribe.
I gotta go for the Illini.
You got to go with your people.
Gotta go with my people. I am the red face of white supremacy.
That's true. So you think you'd pick the Texas then, right?
That's true. I gotta go with my people.
The Purdue Boilermakers or the High Point Panthers?
What's a Boilermaker?
Someone who works in a factory?
Oh, Panther.
Yeah. As much as we respect blue-collar Americans, it goes without. So you guys would get your ass kicked by a Panther. We have got the McNeese State Riders, so like a cowboy, Rough Rider, or the Clemson Tigers.
I'll go for the Riders.
All right. They got guns, right? This one's going to be tough. Gonzaga Bulldogs versus the Georgia Bulldogs.
Oh, no.
So we got Bulldogs from the South versus Bulldogs from the West Coast.
Oh, Bulldogs from the South. Those are going to be a lot more tougher.
The Georgia Bulldogs are going to be tougher than the Washington private school Bulldogs.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. We've got the Houston Cougars versus the SIUE Cougars. God damn.
So it's Cougars.
Texas Cougars versus Illinois Cougars. I got to imagine the Texas Cougars are built a little different.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, so that's the first round. So we got the Auburn Tigers and the Creighton Blue Jays. The Tiger destroys a Blue Jay.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
Oh, God.
A Blue Jay can fly in front of the Tiger and, like, poke its eyes out.
A Blue Jay can fly in front of the Tiger and get clapped and just killed immediately with one swipe of the paw.
Fine, I'll go for the Tigers.
Michigan Wolverines, Yale Bulldogs. We both know how this fight ends.
Bulldogs.
No. Against a Wolverine?
Yeah, because the Bulldog has an owner that can come get it.
Oh, my God. No owners. They're in an arena. No phone a friend. Bulldog versus Wolverine, fight to the death.
Wolverine.
The Ole Miss Rebels and the Iowa State Cyclones. So you got like a Confederate soldier versus a tornado.
Oh, Cyclone.
It's going to be tough to beat a tornado. Yeah. Marquette Golden Eagles, Michigan State Spartans. Spartans, I agree. You just chop them right in half there. I've seen 300. That's a historically accurate movie. I know how that works. Duke Blue Devils, Baylor Bears.
I think the Bears would kick the Devils' ass.
The Bears would beat the Devil. Yeah, I agree.
It's in the Bible.
It's true. That is very biblically accurate right there. The Devil did fight a bear and he lost. The Oregon Ducks, the Akron Zips. Remember, the Zips are the one with the kangaroo.
I really want the Ducks to win, but we got to go Kangaroo.
I don't know how you justify it at this point. The Flames
I was
logic.
trying to figure out.
You had great logic with the Flames. It's hard to sell on the Kangaroos. The Kangaroos ain't afraid of no water.
Or they can jump in the kangaroo's pouch and just
peck. The VCU Rams or the Montana Grizzlies.
Oh.
I think the Grizzlies win. I think you're giving the Rams too much strength here.
I agree with Grizzlies.
Grizzlies. Yeah. Alabama Crimson Tide with the Elephant or the St. Mary's Gales with the Celtic Scottish Warrior.
The what was it? It was a big
the Elephants?
Yeah, Elephants.
Elephant wins. All right.
For some reason I was thinking it was a tiger, but I knew it wasn't. Yeah, no, Elephants.
Houston Cougars, Georgia Bulldogs.
Cougars.
The Cougars. The McNeese Riders or the High Point Panthers.
Panthers. I don't think they'd be able to last.
So they beat the Tigers, but not the Panthers. All right, here we go. This is a classic right here. This is like Deadliest Warrior on Spike. The Illinois Fighting Illini or the Troy Trojans. So you've got the Indians versus the Knights.
Knights, because they'd have more armor.
They'd have more armor, and we know how it usually turns out when the Indians fight the Europeans. Just saying. UCLA Bruins with the Grizzly Bear. Tennessee Volunteers, the Southern Fighters.
Grizzly Bear.
Agreed. It's tough to beat the Grizzly Bear. UNO Mavericks with the Bull or the Razorback, the Warthog from Arkansas.
UNO.
Maverick, the Bulls win. Texas Tech Red Raiders, Cowboys, or Missouri Tigers?
Tigers.
Tigers. Memphis Tigers or Maryland Terrapins, the Turtle?
Oh, that's a hard one. Tigers.
Tigers over
I was
Turtles.
trying to think of a way, trying to justify it.
Florida Gators, Yukon Huskies.
Gators.
Gators. That's a don't bring your Huskies to Florida. Not just because of the Gators, but the weather. All right. Sweet 16. Auburn Tigers, Michigan Wolverines.
Wolverines.
You think a Wolverine beats a Tiger?
I mean, I don't really know them enough.
The size advantage goes to the Tiger, and they're
That's
just
true.
as quick as the Wolverine.
That's true. Yeah.
We'll go Auburn. Iowa State Cyclones, Michigan State Spartans.
Cyclones.
Spartan versus Tornado. What kind of tornado are we talking about here, though? Is it a little dust tornado, or is this like a dead man walking F5 tornado?
I'm thinking this is the ultimate tornado.
So you're going tornado over. Okay.
I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know. It's tough. How do you beat a tornado?
Exactly. You don't. There's nothing you can do to stop a tornado.
Okay. So we're going Cyclones. All right. Montana Grizzlies, Alabama Tide with the elephant.
Grizzlies.
Grizzlies over the elephant. Do you think a bear would beat an elephant?
Go for elephant.
What do you think, though? I'm trying to figure out your logic behind this.
Because grizzlies are more ferocious.
They are. Elephants can get mean, though. All right. Here, we're going to have another one. Baylor Bears, Akron Zips with the kangaroo.
Oh.
Those kangaroos are
Kangaroo.
jacked.
Yeah.
Have you seen them? Like when they
Kangaroo.
flex? I'm going to go kangaroo over bear, but a bear's a super predator. And then we're going to have another conundrum in the next round with bear versus bear, which might make for a fun discussion. I think the bear beats the kangaroo.
Okay.
One swipe. Or what do you got another? You think the kangaroo wins? They're like a baby hops out of the pouch and comes up from behind the bear?
Yeah.
So we're going kangaroos?
No, go bear.
Bears? Bear on bear crime? All right. High Point Panthers, Houston Cougars.
Which one is more for? Are they both?
I think it's a wash. So Houston's in Texas. High Point is, let me see. I don't even know. North Carolina. So Texas Cats versus North Carolina Cats.
North Carolina Cats.
Really?
No, yeah. I was just saying North Carolina because of One Tree Hill. But
Montreal. Texas Cats take it.
Yeah.
Troy Trojans, UCLA Bruins with the bear.
you know, it depends on how many Trojans, because if there's a lot of Trojans, they can take down the bear.
That's true. Well, one Trojan versus one bear.
One Trojan versus one bear.
But it's the best Trojan. It's Hector from
It's
Troy.
Brad Pitt.
No, he was Achilles. That was the other side. So the Trojans would have been Orlando Bloom and the other guy.
Ooh, love me some Orlando Bloom. Bears.
Bears? All right.
There's a lot of teams with a bear.
A lot of Bears. Florida Gators, Memphis Tigers. Ooh, Gator versus Tiger.
I think a gator, because they can do sneak attack.
They can get you with a sneak attack. They can hide out in the water for extended periods of time. But if it goes to the ground, if the tiger escapes that sneak attack and that sneak attack doesn't land, the tiger just got the advantage.
That's true.
Because they can climb trees, they can maneuver faster, they have more ground clearance.
Okay, yeah, go for the Tigers.
You think?
Yeah.
I'm not sold either way. Because I've seen some big, nasty gators down in Florida. What do you think?
Just go for the Tigers.
Tigers? All right, well, we got Missouri Tigers and Omaha Mavericks. Now imagine the most pissed off bull you've ever seen versus a tiger.
Oh, tiger.
Tiger? Okay.
Or I'm sorry, bull.
The bull? All right. We're on to the Elite Eight. Auburn Tigers versus the Iowa State Cyclones.
Cyclones.
All right.
Well,
Well,
Tigers might be able to outrun it.
Well, there's that, but the Tigers also have like a den. So they might be able to just sit in their cave and wait for the tornado to blow over.
That's true. Cyclones are out. I thought they were going to take
I thought it was going to be tough. All right, so we've got the Baylor Bears down in Texas versus the Montana Grizzlies. So Montana Bears and Texas Bears.
Texas, they're more hardcore.
So normally I'd agree.
Wait,
but
there's not a forest in Texas.
There's forests in Texas. Let's think about this for a second. A Montana bear has to deal with the cold, bitter winters, 30, 40 below zero. It just nasty, just hardens them up out there, up in Montana. The mountains they have to climb with all that weight on them. I mean, that is a killing machine up in Montana. Not that the ones in Texas aren't, but I feel like a Montana bear is a whole other animal given how much they've had to go through.
Okay.
We're going Montana?
Yep.
All right. UCLA Bruins, Houston Cougars.
What's a Bruin?
Bears.
So Bears versus Cougars?
Yeah, Bears and Cougars.
Bears. Yeah.
Memphis Tigers, Omaha Mavericks.
That's the bull, right?
Yeah. And we just picked okay. All right.
What?
No, that's the yeah. So the final four: Auburn Tigers, Omaha Mavericks. Who are we taking?
We just had this discussion. The Bulls.
The Bulls. Montana Grizzly Bears. UCLA with the California Grizzly Bears.
Montana. Yeah, like you mentioned, they're more hardcore.
All right, so the championship, which this is totally accurate, Montana versus Omaha, 14 seed versus 15 seed. Grizzly Bear versus Bull. We need to start looking some statistics up here. Like how strong is a bull versus how strong is a bear? Let's see, how strong is a bull? Let's ask ChatGPT real quick. Which is stronger, a bull or a bear? Let's see what it says. It says a grizzly bear is stronger than a bull in terms of overall power, endurance, and versatility in combat, while a bull is extremely powerful in short bursts, capable of delivering devastating charges and strikes with its horns. A grizzly bear has superior strength in its claws, bite force, and ability to grapple. They can lift and move massive objects, overpower large prey, and have a bite force of around 1,200 psi. They also have long, sharp claws capable of inflicting deep wounds. While a bull might have the advantage in a head-on charge, the bear's intelligence, agility, and raw strength would likely give it the upper hand in a prolonged confrontation. So basically, the bull gets one shot. And if he misses, he's fucked.
Yeah, the Bears.
So we're going to say the Bears beat and we're going to say the total score will be 73. No, let's say 156. Well, there you have it. Montana and Omaha in the championship. You guys heard it here. That has been Mia Madness. We had some fun. We may not do the logo, the mascot thing next year, but we are going to have her make her picks live on the air again next year. We will see you guys Saturday. All kinds of fun stuff going on. It may be an expedited show, but nonetheless, we're going to have a Saturday show for you either way. Cheat on your taxes, not your spouse, and stay based.